Bareilly, a city in Uttar Pradesh, India, known for its vibrant culture, rich traditions, and the harmonious blend of the old and the new. The cityscape is a mesmerizing mix of ancient architecture and modern buildings, a testament to its evolving identity. Known for its rich history, bustling markets, and the scent of spices that hangs heavy in the air. The markets are a sensory overload, with the vibrant colors of spices, the cacophony of vendors, and the tantalizing aroma of street food. It's a place where life thrives in every corner. But beneath the vibrant tapestry of life, a darkness has seeped in. The narrow alleyways, once filled with the laughter of children and the chatter of neighbors, now echo with an unsettling silence. Shadows lurk where light once reigned. A chill wind blows through the narrow lanes, carrying whispers of fear and unease. The wind seems to carry stories of its own, tales of dread that send shivers down the spine of anyone who dares to listen. It began subtly, like a shadow creeping upon a sunny day. At first, it was just a feeling, an inexplicable sense of dread that hung in the air. People went about their daily lives, but with a growing sense of unease. Then the first murder happened. It was a shock to the community, a brutal reminder of the fragility of life. The streets that were once filled with joy and laughter were now stained with blood and sorrow. The whispers turned into screams. Fear spread like wildfire, consuming the hearts and minds of the people. The once lively city was now gripped by terror, its residents haunted by the unknown. The city of brass found itself imprisoned by an invisible terror. The ancient streets, which had witnessed centuries of history, now bore the weight of an unspeakable fear. The air was thick with tension, and every corner seemed to hide a new horror. An eerie silence fell over Bareilly. The bustling markets and lively streets were now deserted, as if the city itself was holding its breath, waiting for the next tragedy to strike. It was the silence of shared fear, the silence of unspoken questions. People looked at each other with suspicion, wondering who among them could be the next victim or worse, the perpetrator. The city of brass and whispers had become a city of shadows and secrets. The morning of June 12, 2023, dawned like any other. The city of Ramganga was slowly waking up, with the first light of dawn breaking over the horizon. The air was crisp, and the river flowed gently, reflecting the hues of the rising sun. The sun rose over the Ramganga River, casting a golden glow on the city. The water shimmered, creating a picturesque scene that belied the dark events about to unfold. But the serenity was shattered when a group of fishermen made a gruesome discovery on the riverbank. They had set out early, hoping for a good catch, but what they found was far from ordinary. The body of a young woman, her face contorted in a silent scream. She lay partially obscured by the foliage, as if nature itself was trying to hide the horror. Her eyes stared vacantly at the rising sun. She had been strangled. The expression on her face was one of sheer terror, frozen in time. Her body bore no other signs of struggle. There were no bruises, no cuts, no signs of a fight. It was as if she had been taken by surprise, her life snuffed out in an instant. It was as if the life had been simply, quietly, extinguished from her. The peaceful surroundings of the riverbank stood in stark contrast to the violence that had ended her life. The fishermen, shaken and horrified, quickly alerted the authorities. The police arrived swiftly, cordoning off the area and beginning their investigation. The scene was meticulously examined, every detail scrutinized in the hope of finding a clue that would lead to the perpetrator. Forensic experts combed the area, collecting samples and documenting the scene. The woman's identity was unknown, and the mystery of her death deepened with every passing moment. As the day progressed, the city of Ramganga continued with its daily routine, unaware of the tragedy that had unfolded by the river. But for those who had witnessed the grim discovery, the image of the young woman would be forever etched in their minds. Over the next 14 months, the city was gripped by a series of similar murders. Each victim, young, seemingly unconnected, their lives brutally cut short. Each body found by the river, bearing the same chilling hallmarks. Strangulation, no other wounds, no signs of struggle. The murders followed a pattern, a chilling rhythm of death. One victim every month, found on the 12th. The city of Bareilly was trapped in a macabre waltz with an unseen partner. Fear became a palpable presence in Bareilly. The once bustling streets were now deserted after sunset. Mothers clutched their children a little closer. Whispers of the Bareilly strangler filled every corner. The city that was once known for its warmth and hospitality was now shrouded in suspicion and fear. Every stranger was a potential suspect. Trust, once the bedrock of the community, had crumbled under the weight of fear. The local police were under immense pressure. The investigation was relentless, but the killer, like a phantom, left no trace. Every clue led to a dead end. Every lead evaporated into thin air. The pressure mounted with each passing month, each new victim adding to the weight of expectation. The thin blue line, the only thing standing between order and chaos, was stretched to its breaking point. "We don't sleep anymore," whispered an elderly woman, her voice trembling. "Not on the 11th, not on the 12th. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of leaves outside our windows sounds like footsteps." Fear had become the new normal in Bareilly. Her words echoed the sentiment of an entire city. The murders had stolen their peace of mind, their sense of security. The Bareilly strangler had not just taken lives, he had taken their courage, their hope. The lack of a motive baffled the investigators. The victims came from diverse backgrounds with no apparent connection. They were students, shopkeepers, housewives, ordinary people leading ordinary lives, until their paths crossed with the killers. The randomness of the victims amplified the terror. If there was no motive, no connection, then anyone could be next. The entire city was a potential target. The killer was playing a deadly game of chance, and everyone in Bareilly was an unwilling participant. Section 8, August 2024. The shadow still lingers. It's been months since the last murder. The city waits with bated breath. The fear, though subdued, lingers in the air like the ghost of a half-forgotten nightmare. The investigation continues, but the trail has gone cold. The silence of the killer is deafening. Every day that passes without an arrest, the mystery deepens. The shadow of the Bareilly strangler still hangs heavy over the city. Section 9. The haunting question. Will the Bareilly strangler strike again? The question hangs in the air, unanswered. The city, once vibrant and full of life, now holds its breath, waiting, watching. Every passing day brings a mix of hope and dread. Hope that the nightmare is finally over, dread that it is just beginning. Section 10. In the realm of speculation. Theories abound, each more outlandish than the last. Some whisper of ancient curses. Others blame the shifting social fabric of the city. But in the absence of facts, all they have are whispers. Speculations fuel the fear, blurring the line between reality and nightmare. The lack of answers breeds distrust. Neighbors look at each other with suspicion. Fear has a way of fracturing even the strongest bonds. Section 11. A city holding its breath. Bareilly, once a city of brass, now stands as a testament to the fragility of peace. The sun sets over the skyline, casting long shadows that seem to stretch endlessly, as if trying to reach into the past. The once bustling streets now lie deserted at night, a stark contrast to the vibrant life they once held. The headlines scream of unsolved murders, each one a grim reminder of the violence that has gripped the city. The air is thick with a sense of foreboding, as if the city itself is mourning. The people of Bareilly walk with anxious expressions, their eyes darting nervously as if expecting danger at every corner. The fog that rolls in at dusk only adds to the eerie atmosphere, shrouding the city in a veil of uncertainty. Old photographs of Bareilly, filled with joy and prosperity, stand in stark contrast to the modern scenes of fear and apprehension. It's a city holding its breath, caught between a past it can't forget and a future it's afraid to face. The dark alleys, illuminated only by a single flickering streetlight, seem to whisper secrets of the past. Even the brightly lit markets can't escape the shadowy corners that hide untold stories. Ominous clouds gather over Bareilly, as if nature itself is mirroring the city's turmoil. The Bareilly murders are a chilling reminder that darkness can lurk even in the brightest corners of the world. The empty playgrounds, once filled with children's laughter, now stand as silent witnesses to the fear that has gripped the city. In dim rooms, shadowy figures move with an air of menace, their presence felt even if unseen. The close-up of a person's fearful eyes in the darkness captures the essence of a city on edge, where sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we can't see.